Welcome to Why I Knit. My name is Rachel and I'm your host. It is Saturday, August 8th, 2015. This is episode number 32. Find all the show notes at whyiknit.com. Find me on Ravelry as Yarn Talk, Twitter and Instagram as Why I Knit, and don't forget there's a Facebook page and a Ravelry group. Hi everyone, if you are a new viewer, welcome, and if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Alright, I'm going to get right into On the Needles this week because I've got a lot to talk about. I've got almost 2 full pages of show notes, which is basically unheard of for me. I usually have like a page and a half. But this week, because it's so special, because I've got so much to talk about, I've got almost 2 full pages. So, I am not going to babble on any longer to On the Needles. And as usual, I am going to start out with the table runner. And I did get to work on it a little bit this week. It was a little bit of a crazy week, the first half. And the second half, I'm like, do I really want to knit on this now? But this is actually going to be making its car debut tomorrow. Although today, by the time you see this episode. Because I really need to work on this. I don't know. Actually, I really don't know if I'm going to bring this in the car. Maybe I will. Well, I don't know. But yeah, my plan is to bring it in the car. So I can work on it a little bit. The reason why I need to bring it in the car tomorrow, or today, as by the time you see this episode, is because I'm going to be out most of the day with my mom and my sister and Molly, because we have like these Molly days where we spend the entire day with the dog just to make her happy. Because usually the next day something quote unquote bad happens to her, like she gets a bath or she has to go to the kennel. In this case, she has to go to the kennel in order to for us to go away. I'm actually not sure when the bird is going over to his sitter. My sister probably has to text the sitter to make sure that she's okay with taking care of Skylar. But yeah, but that's really gonna be my big thing when I get back from New York. So like really work on the table runner because it needs to get done. Since I really need to get the ball rolling on my mom's bags because she hasn't been antsy for like a couple weeks, but you know, moms are moms. These socks. Another thing. I didn't get a lot to work on this week, but I'm not upset, even though the cowl is over. I am on the green portion of the yarn. The reason why I'm not upset about it is because it is going to be coming to New York with me. Anyway, we're actually not staying in New York. We're staying in Connecticut, but we're not staying with my grandpa since he's going to be away for part of the time and his house is under construction. But it's going to come with me. I'm bringing the bag that I bought a few weeks ago for my birthday because I don't want to have it get tangled in my laptop bag. Also, I'm bringing a lot of stuff in there this time. So I really need to keep it as organized as possible. So I'm very excited to finally use the bag because I've been needing a reason to use it. But yeah. So you will see the bag once again on next week's episode. And I've added a third project to my list of growing things that I really don't need to do, but I'm crazy enough to do it. And hence the title of this week's episode being New Project. Well, actually, it goes on to a couple other things that I will talk about in a little bit, but I want to give you a background story on this project because there is a background story on it. I want to say about 8 or 9 years ago. It was like really just as I was starting to crochet. I got this idea to write a pattern basically for a bag that looks like a tree. It wouldn't like look exactly like a tree because of logistics reasons. But I wanted something that like kind of resembled a tree a little bit. Like the strap would look like a branch. Um, the the bag itself will look like a trunk, and then there would be like a green portion on top to represent like leaves. I kind of been working on it off and on since first crocheting and now knitting, and I think I finally found the perfect solution. And it's this. It doesn't look like much yet because I just started this week. I went to Michael's to pick everything up. I believe these are 7s. I know they're boy because that's all my local Michael's carries is boys. So these are boy 7s, pretty sure. 29-inch cable, but so it's a little bit small, but oh well. And the yarn is Red Heart Super Saver and Coffee, and I want to show you more of that in a sec. Let me just grab it. So here's the Red Heart, and let me put this over, and that. So it is 100% acrylic, but it's like a really deep dark. Well, you can't really tell, 'cause that's kind of dirty. Well, it's not dirty, but just like, I don't know. There we go. But it's like a really dark brown. It's, I think, even darker in person, but not like too much darker. It might just be the light. That's how it's hitting it. But yeah, really pleased with how it's turning out so far. It's what I'm doing is I'm doing garter on the bottom, and then I'm gonna do garter on the top with the green, which I do have the green. I just don't feel like grabbing it right now. But yeah, I'm going to be working on that, of course, the rest of the weekend, along with this. And let me grab the brother. This. Because I think my knitting mojo has finally returned. So that's good. So that's it for this week for On the Needles. And now I'm going to move to the cow news because it is kind of important. So I picked the winner using random.org, so make it as random as possible. The numbers were from 2 to 8, and number 2 came up. So congrats to Lemcall. I've already messaged you, so you already know that you've won. So contact me if you, by the time you've seen this episode, might have already contacted me. But I will contact me back basically with the information that I need in order to collect your prize, and I will get it out to you as soon as I can. Hopefully, before I leave for New York, I will send you the email or whatever for the gift card from Etsy. Now, the next crochet along, knit along, crochet along. I'm going to tell you the dates in a minute. This is actually, this is another one that has a little bit of a backstory, but not as much. The next Cow is going to be something that I hope people like. I'm not sure if it's going to be for everybody, but I think a lot of people are going to like it because it's very cute. It can be cutesy. It could be, make it, trying to think of the right word. Not like gory. It's definitely not gory. But like kind of cutesy. Because it could be like a toy, or it can be applique. It could be like a dishcloth, because you can like just like purl, to form the image. And that is dinosaurs. I love dinosaurs. I think had a big interest in dinosaurs since I was a kid. My mom, myself, and my sister actually recently joined the Museum of Natural History, which is in New York. And they have like a huge exhibit on dinosaurs. And actually, when I made my solo trip in April, my last full day in New York, I went to the museum and I explored it. So that was really fun. So dinosaurs. Weight of yarn, anything you want, in order to make a dinosaur themed object. There are a couple of rules that I will talk about in September, because I haven't finalized all the rules yet. So stay tuned for that. I can tell you that the cow will begin on October 2nd and end on November 6th. I know it's kind of pushing it with holiday knitting, but I wanted to do this this year for basically basically because otherwise I was going to forget. So again, the Dinosaur Cow will begin October 2nd and end on November 6th. I will give you a little bit over a month to knit everything that you want. If you would like to donate a prize, I'm going to be starting the chatter thread probably tomorrow night. By the time you see this episode, it will be that evening, Sunday evening. And the reason why, that way people can talk about the cow, possibly start to think of what type of yarn you're going to use, share photos of the yarn, show whips and stuff like that. Now, listen, because the non-chatter thread will not be open until October 5th. The reason why is that I don't want everyone to like start early. So what it'll be is you can start putting FOs into the non-chatter thread starting October 5th, and it will close the evening of November 8th. There will be a limit of number of entries. Once again, though, I will announce that in a couple of weeks. So I hope everyone is super excited like I am about this cow. I'm really hoping I get a good strong turnout about for this cow, and we'll have some fun. Alright, speaking of October, because it is going to be fall, I would share some of my fall plans, knitting wise, because I've got a lot to do this fall. Really, the biggest two things that I have to do is I have to start working on shawls for myself, Miriam, my sister, uh, and my mom for our cruise, which we're taking in December. And I will have those dates. I have them written down, but I will share those dates when I get back from New York. I have to start working on a toy for my dad's friend's new grandchild. It's a little girl, and I will probably do that when I get back. My mom's bag, which I've talked about a lot. Miriam's scarf, which I probably will have to restart. Miriam's socks, which she's been kind of antsy about me getting on, so I really gotta work on those. My mom's socks, and my things. But yeah, I've got a lot to do when it comes to that. So the biggest question is going to be whether I actually can get all of those things done in the fall, and I really don't know if I can. I'm definitely gonna work on the shawls because those have to get done. The toy has to get done. My mom's bag can probably wait a couple more weeks. Um, Miriam's scarf needs to get done. Miriam's socks need to get done. Mom's socks uh probably need to get done. My stuff, which is like the 3 items that I showed you, plus several other things I probably have up my sleeve. Those can probably, with the exception of my socks and the table runner, because that's really my mom's. Everything else can wait. So yeah, I will keep everyone posted on how well I actually do that. Alright, the giveaway. The reason why I didn't talk about the cow and the giveaway after that is I wanted to talk about my fall plans first. But the other reason why is I'm extending the giveaway by a week, and the reason is because I'll be away next week. I don't really feel like contacting the winner when I'm on vacation. Also, it will give people time who didn't get a chance to enter the cow, but they wanted to enter this contest. So the new closing date will be August 21st, and the winner will be contacted the next day. So, as usual, must be a member. Episode 30, you'll have to go back to episode 30 to see about the price range that I gave, but I forgot exactly. Alright, the Periscope mini diary. The diary is actually Monday, Wednesday, and Friday because I forgot to do Periscope on Tuesday and Thursday. They're really not that long, and they're like probably total of like 10 minutes combined. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed them. Hey everyone, it's me, Rachel. I actually almost forgot to do this because it's been a little bit of a busy day. But I went to Michael's today and I started another project, and here it is. You won't be able to see it that well and such, so I apologize. But yes, I started a new knitting project. This is going to be a bag for me, of course. But this is something that I have been working on, trying to work on for the past, I want to say about the past 2 or 3 years or so. It's out of Red Heart Super Saver War. Sorry, it's kind of flipped. But yeah, you won't be able to read it because it's because of the my iPad. It's flipped, but it's Red Heart Super Saver in coffee, and then I have a second color. Let me just grab it very quickly. In Hunter Green. Again, you won't be able to see it, but I wanted to just show it to you. Yeah, see, that's better. But yes, so coffee and Hunter Green. I also got these folding scissors. They were somewhat inexpensive as well. But yes, that is one of the big things I'm going to work on this week. You will see the table runner. You'll see a couple other things. But yeah. As well. But yes, I know I have starditis though. The needle size, it's the Boyd 7, which is, it's 4.5 millimeters. And it's only 29 inches. Again, you won't, it's flipped. So, you won't be able to see. But I'm just showing you show you that I got it. But yes, let's see. If it will. Come on. Okay, there we go. But yeah, that is it for today, and I will check again tomorrow. So talk to you later. Bye. Hey everyone, this is Rachel, host of Why I Knit, and I know I forgot to do yesterday. I feel really bad about doing it. But I remembered for today, so that's why I'm doing one now. Anyway, this is gonna be, like, very quick. Quick. But I just wanted to do a little update on how my knitting's going. I worked on the table runner today, and it made a little progress. My plan is to work on it more, of course, tomorrow and Friday, and I'll record Saturday. I will do a Periscope tomorrow, of course, so that'll be in Sunday show, and then I will also do a Periscope on Friday to make up for yesterday. So yes, lots going on. I gotta really work on the socks as well. But yeah, I just want to talk about a little bit about next week as well. And I'll talk about it more on the show Sunday. Next week, I'm probably going to be doing a lot more periscoping, as I will be out of town, and I'm probably going to do some vlogging on my phone, along with, I will have my computer with me, so there will be an episode next Sunday, but it will probably be, like, full of clips. Because I'm going to be recording probably every day or something. I don't know. I haven't made a final decision, and I will make a, basically a final decision before, Sunday show or stuff. So yeah, Also, if you are participating in the cow, thank you. That is now closed, and I will pick a winner on Saturday, and that will be announced on the show. I will contact the winner Sunday morning before I make the episode live. I will probably also announce what time to approximately expect next week's episode, because I'm gonna schedule it ahead of time and such. Yeah. So tomorrow I should have something to show you. I will probably be also working on the bag I started. I will be, of course, talking about that more on this week's show. So yeah, it's an exciting week before traveling. So talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, it's me, Rachel. Just a very quick day. Honestly, I think doing this every other day, was better. And I think it's something that I will do in the future. But I just wanted to do a very, very quick. Honestly, I'm not gonna be on for that long. I just wanted to put that down so that when I'm ready to go to stop the broadcast, that I can just hit stop broadcast. But anyway, table runners made a little progress. Socks have made a little progress. The bad guy started. Have made a little progress. I'm going to show that all on Sunday's episode. But yeah, I'm probably going to do another mini diary next week since I'm going to be away. And yeah, I might just wait until I get back. I think I'll just do it when I get back. But yeah. But I just wanted to Periscope because I didn't Periscope yesterday. So look for Mondays, Wednesdays, and today's Periscopes on this week's episode. Talk to you later. Bye. So my plan for the Periscope mini diaries is to really do it at least once a month, every day, and then show it on the following week's episode. That way you see how well I'm doing. I know this week I'm still getting used to Periscope, that's why it was kind of awkward, but I apologize for that. It will get better, hopefully, in the future. Alright, on to show news. The Ravelry 101 series will begin on August 30th. I want to record a few more segments. That way I'm ready for the 30th and then all of September. And I don't have to worry about recording them again until September for November and so on. So yeah, look for the first episode. Not the first episode. The first segment on the August 30th episode. So there's that. I've submitted the podcast to iTunes. The first 4 episodes are uploaded onto the new podcast host, but please keep in mind that it is going to take a while for me to get all the episodes, including this one, which I'm going to put on the server once I edit and process it, all that stuff. And get it on the server. Once the podcast is accepted to iTunes, you'll probably be seeing episodes go up 2 a week until I'm all caught up. But don't worry, episodes are still going to be available on YouTube. They're actually going to be YouTube exclusive, Sunday to Tuesday. So, regardless of day I record. So, if I record Monday, then it won't be on iTunes until Wednesday. So it's gonna be like a YouTube exclusive for 2 days. And the reason is that YouTube is my original host. So I want to be loyal to the people who um subscribe on YouTube first, and then I will upload to iTunes. That might change in the future, but for right now, I think that's what's going to be working for me. If you can't wait and you want to put it on your podcatcher or iTunes now, I do have a link to the RSS feed in the show notes. And speaking of podcasting and hosts and stuff, I'm thinking of making a audio version of the podcast. However, I want to see if there's enough interest for this to happen. One of the things that I like about video is that I do show stuff, and with audio, it's just, I don't know. It's just not really the same thing. But I know a lot of people don't like to watch, like, say, at work, and they can't have, like, video on their screens, but they can listen to it. So I'm thinking of doing the audio version. Again, if the audio version happens, it's gonna take a while for catch up for that. So if anyone wants an audio version, please leave a comment in this episode's show notes, and I will think about it and let you know after I return from New York. Speaking of New York, as I said before, of course, there will be an episode next week. However, due to time constraints that I'm gonna have, plus I'm gonna be in a room with two other people, I'm not sure if it's going to be very long. I might use my phone as like a vlogging camera for the week, just to show you what we do, maybe. But honestly, I really don't know how much knitting things you will be able to see. But yeah, that is it for show news. And on to life news. Of course, as I said, NYC next week. I'm planning to head to at least one yarn store. If I can get to 2 yarn stores, I will be a perfectly happy girl. But I'm definitely gonna hit at least one. That is basically my plan. My sister's issues are worked out. It was like very easy. Um, but she has everything she needs now, and we can finally move forward with our cruise plans. Actually, the cruise is all paid for, and as I said, I will talk about those dates later on in the year. I didn't get a chance to binge watch this week podcasts like I planned, but I'm thinking of doing the rest of the weekend, like at night and stuff, and probably when I get to our hotel in Connecticut on Monday. But we'll see about that. And the last thing I have for this week is I really need to start reading again. I'm terrible. I have like all these books I want to read. I just haven't had the time to read them. So I think my goal for the rest of August and all of September is to read. Read. We'll see if it actually happens or not. I will probably talk about reading a little bit on the podcast, but I don't know if I will or not. Oh well, that is it for this week. I will be back next week, hopefully. If I can't, like, there isn't a lot to talk about or other things come up, I will put a message on the show notes page and on the Ravelry group. Don't forget Twitter, Instagram. You can follow me there. Why I Knit, Yarn Talk on Ravelry, Facebook page, Ravelry group. Yeah, a lot of places to find me. And I will see everyone next week, hopefully. Happy knitting. Have a safe week. Talk to you later. Bye.